In the heart of an African village, surrounded by vast plains and scattered acacia trees, on today's story, Christmas Homecoming Story, a 10-year-old
15
boy
years
with an
had passed
insatiable
since
curiosity
Michael set foot in his
and a
hometown.
compassionate
The
heart.
streets he once
known
roamed
for his
as a
boundless
carefree
energy
teenager
and
were
quick
now
wit.
distant memories.
Kwame was always
replaced
tinkering
by the
with
bustling
objects,
chaos
trying
of
to
city
understand
life.
how things
The
worked.
corner store where he
One
bought
sunny
candy,
afternoon,
the park where
as
he played
Kwame
soccer,
wandered to the
and
edge of
even
the village,
the old library,
he noticed
had
a group
faded
of
from his
women
mind
and
over the
children
years.
returning from a long
He had left
journey.
home at 18.
Their faces
a
were
headstrong
weary,
young man
and they
determined to
carried
make his
heavy
mark
pots
on the
of
world.
water from a distant
Armed with
stream.
ambition and a
Kwame
little
overheard
recklessness,
their complaints about
he
the
packed his
distance
bags and
and the
moved to
quality
city,
of the water,
promising
the
himself
stream
he'd
was their
return
only
only
source
when he
yet
had
it was
accomplished
contaminated
something worth
and
celebrating.
often caused
But in his
illnesses.
pursuit of success,
Seeing their struggle,
he had severed all
Kwame's
ties
heart
with his
ached.
family. He couldn't
No
ignore
phone
the problem,
calls,
no letters,
the villagers
not
deserved
even a fleeting
clean,
message on
accessible
social
water.
media.
And
It wasn't out
he
of anger
resolved
or
to find a
malice,
solution.
but a stubborn pride
That
that
evening,
kept him away.
under the dim
He
glow
told himself
of a
it was
kerosene
temporary.
lamp,
Yet as
Kwame
the years
sketched out
rolled by,
ideas in his notebook.
the silence
He
grew
remembered his
heavier.
science teacher
He
talking
often
about
thought of his
filtration
family during
and
quiet
how
moments,
impurities
his
could be
mother's
removed
laugh,
from water
his father's
using
steady
simple
advice,
techniques.
his sister's
Inspired,
teasing.
he
But
decided
guilt
to
kept him
build
from
a
reaching
water
out.
filtration system
He
using
feared their
materials he could
disappointment
find in the
and
village.
imagined the
Though
weight
he
of
was
their
just a
questions.
boy,
Now,
Kwame believed
at
in the
33,
power of his
Michael
ideas.
stood at the edge of
Little
his
did he
childhood
know,
home's driveway.
his determination
a
would
bag
spark a chain of
slung over
events
his
that would
shoulder.
change his
The
village
house looked
and
almost
his
the
life
same as he
forever.
remembered.
Kwame
Kwame
woke
paint
early the
slightly
next day,
faded,
his
garden
mind brimming
overgrown
with
but
excitement.
still vibrant.
He set out
as
to
if it
gather
had
the
waited for
materials
him
he
to
needed
return.
for his project.
A single string
Scouring
of
the
Christmas
village,
lights
he
flickered
collected
along the front
discarded
porch,
items,
their
an
glow
old
casting a
plastic
warm,
bucket, some
nostalgic
fine
light
sand,
against
charcoal,
the evening sky.
a piece of
He
cloth,
could almost hear
and
the
hollow
echoes of
bamboo
laughter
stalks.
that once filled
With
the
the
space.
support of his mother,
Memories
who
of
watched
snowball
him work
fights
with a
and
mixture of
Christmas
curiosity
carols
and
flooding
pride.
back.
Michael's
Kwame
heart
began
raced as he
assembling his
approached the
filtration
front door.
system.
What would they
He layered
say?
the bucket with
Would
charcoal
they even
to trap
recognize him?
impurities,
Would they
followed by
welcome him
fine
back,
sand to catch
or
smaller
had
particles,
too much
and
time
finally,
passed for forgiveness?
a piece of cloth to
The
filter
crunch
out
of
debris.
gravel beneath his
Using the
boots felt
bamboo
deafening
as a
in the
spout,
stillness
he
of the
ensured
evening.
the water could
He
flow
hesitated
out
at the
cleanly.
door,
His
villagers
hand
hovering
hovered
over the
skeptically
wooden
as
surface
Kwame placed
before
the system
finally
near the
summoning the
stream.
courage to knock.
They doubted the
The
contraption
sound seemed
could
to
solve their
echo
problem,
unnaturally
but
loud.
Kwame's confidence
He
was
knocked lightly at
unwavering.
first,
With the
then
help of his
harder
friends,
when no one answered.
He fetched murky
Anxiety
water from the
bubbled in
stream
his chest
and poured it
and
into
for
the
a
bucket.
fleeting moment,
To everyone's
he considered
amazement,
turning back.
clear water
Suddenly,
began
the
trickling
door
out of the
swung
bamboo
open,
spout,
and there stood his
Kwame's
younger
system
sister,
worked.
Sarah.
The elders
She
examined
looked
the
older,
water,
her face
tasting
more
it
mature,
cautiously,
but the
when they
wide-eyed
declared it
wonder
safe
and
and
warmth
clean.
he remembered from their
Cheers
childhood
erupted
shone
among the
through
villagers.
as she recognized him.
Kwame's invention
Her eyes
quickly
widened
became
in
a
disbelief.
beacon of hope.
Her hand
He
flying
built
to her
additional
mouth.
filters,
Michael,
teaching others how
she
to
whispered,
create their own.
as if saying
For
his
the
name
first time in
too
years,
loudly
the
would shatter
villagers
the
had
moment.
access to clean
Michael
water
opened his
without
mouth
the
to
long,
respond,
arduous
but no
journey.
words came.
Cases
Before
of
he could
waterborne
gather his
illnesses
thoughts,
declined.
Sarah threw
and
her
the
arms
community's
around him,
gratitude for Kwame's
tears
efforts
streaming
was
down her
boundless.
face.
News
can't
of the young
believe it's
boy's
you.
innovation
You're
spread
really
to
here.
nearby villages.
She exclaimed.
Strangers
her
traveled
voice
to see the
breaking
water
with emotion.
filters and learn
She
from
pulled
Kwame.
back just
One
enough
day,
to yell over
a
her
visitor
shoulder.
arrived,
Mom,
a renowned
Dad,
scientist
come quick.
conducting research
Her
in the
voice
region.
carried through the house.
She was captivated
stirring
by
a
Kwame's
commotion within,
ingenuity.
and
Michael's
the
heart
impact of
pounded
his
as
work.
he heard footsteps
This is
approaching.
incredible.
The
sound
scientist
mingling
said,
with the warmth
her
of Sarah's
eyes shining
laughter
with admiration.
and sobs.
You've
He was
achieved
home,
something
and
remarkable
for the first
with
time in
limited
years,
resources.
he felt a
The
glimmer
world
of
needs
hope
young
that he
minds
could belong
like
here
yours.
again.
The
The
scientist
commotion
invited
drew the rest
Kwame
of the
to
family
present
to
his
the
invention
door.
at a
His
global
parents appeared
symposium
next,
on sustainable
older
solutions.
and a little grayer,
Though
but
nervous
with
about
faces
leaving his
that
village,
still held the love
Kwame saw it
and
as an
kindness he
opportunity to
remembered.
share his work
His
and learn
mother's
from
eyes
others
filled
who were
with
solving
tears
problems
as she
around
reached
the
out,
world.
her
With
hand
his parents'
trembling
blessing
as she
and
touched his
support of the
face.
entire village,
Michael,
Kwame
She
set off on
murmured,
a journey that
her
would
voice
take him
thick
far
with
beyond the
emotion.
borders of his home.
it's really you.
A journey that would
She pulled
expand
him
his
into a
horizons
tight embrace,
and inspire
her
him
shoulders
to dream
shaking as she
even
cried
bigger.
against his chest.
Kwame arrived
Michael
at the
felt
bustling
the
city
weight of
where
the
the
year's
global
lift
symposium
slightly
was
as
being
being
held.
held.
His
His
sheer
father
size
stood
of the
behind her,
buildings and the
his
diverse
eyes
crowd of
glistening,
people
but
overwhelmed
his
him at
expression
first.
stoic.
But his
When it was his
determination
turn,
outweighed
stayed his nerves.
He extended a hand
clutching
before
a small replica
Michael
of his
into a
water
firm hug.
filtration system.
Welcome home, son.
He entered the grand
He
hall
said,
where the event was
his
set
voice
to take
gruff
place.
with emotion.
Scientists,
Inside,
innovators,
the
and
house
leaders from
buzzed
around
with
the
energy.
world filled the
The
venue.
living room,
despite
adorned
being
with
the
garlands
youngest
and a
participant,
brightly lit
Kwame
Christmas
stood
tree,
tall,
was
his
a
picture
picture
of
of
guiding
warmth
him
and
as he
festivity.
prepared to
The
present his
aroma
work.
of roasting
When his
turkey
turn came,
cinnamon
he
and
stepped
thyme
onto the
filled the air,
stage, feeling the
around
weight of
Michael
hundreds of
like a
eyes
comforting
on him.
blanket.
Taking a deep
Family
breath,
members began to
Kwame
arrive.
began to speak.
Aunts, uncles,
He described
cousins,
his village's struggles
and neighbors
with water
who had been part of
scarcity
his
and
childhood.
how witnessing
The
that
news
hardship
of his return
inspired
spread
him
quickly,
to create a simple
and soon the
yet
house
effective
was
solution.
alive with chatter
He demonstrated
and
his
laughter.
water filtration
Michael,
system,
look at
explaining
you.
its design
One
and
aunt
how it
explained,
had transformed
ruffling
the
his
lives
hair
of his community
as though he were still
By
a
the
boy.
time he finished,
We thought we'd
the
never
audience
see you again.
erupted into applause.
His cousins
Delegates
bombarded him
approached
with
him with
questions.
words of praise,
Where have you been?
marveling at how a
What have you been
10-year-old
doing?
boy had tackled
Their
such a
voices were
pressing
filled
issue
with
curiosity
creativity
and
but
resourcefulness.
not judgment.
And
Throughout
Michael
the
found
symposium,
himself smiling
Kwame
at
learned
their
about
exuberance.
challenges faced
Later
by
in the
communities
evening,
worldwide.
Michael found
Poverty,
a quiet moment
lack
with
of
his
access
father
to
by the
education,
fireplace. Food
the
insecurity
soft glow
and
of the
environmental
fire illuminated
degradation.
their faces.
These
As they
problems
shared a glass
ignited
of
something
wine.
within him,
We
a
missed you,
desire
you
to
know.
do more. His father
Kwame
said
forged
quietly,
connections
his
with
eyes
people from
fixed on the
various
dancing
fields.
flames. A solar
I missed
energy
you too.
expert explained how
Michael
renewable
replied,
energy
his
could
voice
power
thick with
remote
regret.
villages.
I'm sorry
An
for staying
agricultural
away
innovator
so
shared
long.
techniques
I thought
for
I needed to
sustainable
prove something
farming.
before I came
Kwame
back.
absorbed it all.
His father
realizing
nodded
that the
thoughtfully.
knowledge he
The
gained
lines
here
on
could
his face
transform
deepening.
not just
You've
his village,
always been hard
but
on
the
yourself,
lives of
Michael.
countless others.
But family
On the
isn't
last
about
day of the
achievements.
symposium,
It's about
Kwame was
being there for
presented
each
with an
other
award for his
through
ingenuity
everything.
and a scholarship
Michael
to
felt
attend
a lump
specialized
rise in his
workshops
throat
on
as his
sustainable
father's words
development.
sank in.
The
The
scientist
guilt he had
who had
carried
invited
for
him took him
years
aside
began
and
to
dissolve,
dissolve,
Kwame,
replaced by a
your
sense of
journey
acceptance
has just
he
begun.
hadn't felt in
Your
a long
ideas,
time.
combined with the
Around
knowledge you'll
him,
gain,
the
can help
voices
solve
of his
not
family
only your
mingled
village's
with the
problems
crackling
but
of the
also
fire,
challenges faced
creating
by
a
people
harmony
across the
that
globe.
felt like home.
Kwame returned
As the
home
evening wore
inspired
on,
and determined
Michael's
to
heart
do more.
swelled with
He
gratitude.
shared his experiences
He realized
with the
he
villagers,
hadn't just come back
recounting
to a
the
house.
innovative
He had come
solutions
back
he had
to the
learned
people
about.
who had
They
always been
listened
his
in awe,
foundation,
proud
waiting
of the
for
boy
him
who
with
had not
open arms.
only represented their
Christmas
community
morning
on a
arrived
global
with the
stage,
first
but
rays
had
of
also
sunlight
returned
streaming
with a
through
heart
the
full of
frosted
dreams
windows
and a
painting the
mind
living
filled
room
with
in
ideas.
hues of gold.
But Kwame
Michael
wasn't
woke
content
to the
with
sound of
just telling
laughter
stories
and the smell
he
of
wanted to
freshly
act
brewed
to bring
coffee wafting
change,
from the
not
kitchen.
alone, but with
the
the help
warmth
of
of
his
his
peers.
childhood bed.
He envisioned a
Now
place
slightly
where
too
young
small
minds
for him,
like his could
was a
come
welcome
together to
contrast
create
to the
solutions
cold
for
city
the problems
apartments
their
he had grown
communities
used to.
faced.
Downstairs,
Kwame's
the
next
house was
big idea
alive with
began
activity.
to take shape.
His mother
Back
stood by
in
the
his village,
stove, humming
Kwame
a carol
wasted
as she
no
flipped
time.
pancakes.
Using
Her
the knowledge
apron
he had
dusted
gained
with
and the
flour.
resources from the
Sarah was
symposium,
arranging
he
gifts
set to
beneath
work
the
establishing
tree.
his vision,
Her excitement
a youth
palpable.
innovation center.
Come on, Slowpoke.
With the help of the villagers,
She called out when
he
she saw
transformed
Michael
an
descend
unused
the
community
stairs.
hall into a
You're
vibrant
going to
space
miss all the
equipped with
fun.
simple tools.
The family
materials,
gathered around the
and
Christmas
books
tree,
on various
their
topics
faces
like
glowing
science,
with joy
engineering,
as they
and
exchanged
environmental
presents.
sustainability.
Michael had brought
The
a
center
small
quickly
gift for
became
each
a
of them,
gathering place for
tokens
young
of his
minds
gratitude
eager to
for their
learn
enduring
and
love.
contribute.
When it was his
Kwame
turn to
encouraged
open
his
his
peers
gift,
to identify
he was
problems
stunned to
in
find
their
a
community
photo album
and brainstorm
lovingly
solutions
compiled
together.
by his mother.
No idea
Inside
is too
were
small,
pictures
he
spanning
told
his
them.
childhood to
Every
his
great
teenage
solution
years,
starts with a
capturing
single
moments
thought.
he had long forgotten.
One of their first projects
kept
tackled
adding to
food
it.
scarcity.
Even when you
Inspired
weren't
by
here.
the agricultural techniques
His mother
Kwame
explained,
had learned
her
at the
voice
symposium,
tender.
the group
We
created a
need come
community
back one
garden
day.
using sustainable
Michael's
farming
throat
practices.
tightened as he flipped
They
through the
introduced
pages.
drip irrigation
Each
systems
photo
to
a
conserve
testament
water,
to the life
and
he had left
experimented
behind,
with
but
composting to
never
enrich the
truly
soil.
lost.
Soon,
He realized
the
how
garden
much
was
he had been
thriving,
missed,
providing
how
fresh
deeply he was
produce for the
loved,
village,
and how lucky
reducing their
he was to have a
reliance
family
on
that
costly
never
market
gave up
goods.
on him.
Next,
The day
they
unfolded
turned their
in a
attention
blur
to
of
education.
joy and togetherness.
Kwame and his friends
Snow
devised
fell
a mobile
softly
library
outside,
using a donated
blanketing the
cart
yard in white,
and filled it with
and the
books
family
provided
ventured
by
out
the
for a
symposium
playful snowball
organizers.
fight. The cart
Michael
traveled
found
to
himself
nearby
laughing,
villages,
truly
bringing knowledge
laughing
to children
for the first
who didn't
time
have
in
access
years
to
as he
schools.
dodged snowballs
Word of
hurled
the
by
youth center
Sarah and
success
his spread to
cousins.
neighboring
Later,
communities.
they built
and
a
young
snowman,
people began
its
traveling
crooked
from
grin
afar
and
to join
mismatched
Kwame's
buttons
movement.
drawing peals
The
of
once
laughter
quiet
from
village became
everyone.
a hub of
As
innovation
evening fell,
and collaboration.
the family gathered
With
around the
each
dining
new project,
table,
they
laden with a
proved that
feast
solutions to
rivaled
global
Michael's
challenges
fondest
could start with the
memories.
determination
Candles
of a small
flickered,
group of
casting a
passionate
soft
individuals.
glow on the faces
Kwame's
of his loved
achievements
ones.
continued
They
to
attract
hands
attention.
as his father said
Philanthropists
grace,
and
giving
organizations
thanks for the meal,
provided
the
funding
season,
and mentorship,
and the miracle
enabling
of their
the center
family
to expand
being whole
its reach.
again.
The youth
During
developed
dessert,
renewable
his mother
energy
raised a
solutions
toast.
like solar-powered
Michael,
lamps to
She
replace
said,
kerosene
her
lamps
voice
in homes.
brimming with emotion.
They worked on creating
to his
simple but
return
effective
into the
methods to
bonds
reduce
that hold us
waste
together,
and combat
no matter how
deforestation.
far or how
As
long
Kwame
we're
grew,
apart.
so did
Michael
his
raised
influence.
his glass, his
He
heart
began
full.
speaking at
To
international
family.
events, sharing
He
the
said,
success
his
of
voice
his
steady
youth-led
and
initiatives
sure,
and
Thank you for
inspiring
never giving
others
up
to
on me.
replicate them in
As
their
the
communities.
night wore on,
Kwame
the
always
family shared
emphasized
stories,
one key message:
old and new.
age is not a
Laughter
barrier.
ringing through the house.
If we believe in
Michael
ourselves
felt a
and
sense
work
of
together,
belonging
he
we
hadn't
can
known
solve
he
any
missed
problem.
so deeply.
Years later,
for the first
Kwame's
time in
village
15
had
years,
transformed into
he
a
wasn't
model
an
of
outsider
progress
looking
and
in.
sustainability.
He was home,
all driven by the
surrounded by
power
love
of youth
and
acceptance.
collaboration. That Christmas
Innovation
marked a
Center
turning
he had
point
founded
in Michael's
expanded
life.
into a network
It
of
wasn't
centers
just a
across the
celebration
continent,
of the season.
empowering
It was a celebration
thousands
of children
reunion,
to address challenges
forgiveness
in their
and
own
the
communities.
unbreakable bonds of
Kwame's
family.
journey from
And
a 10-year-old
drifted
boy
to sleep
building
that
a
night,
simple water
he
filter
knew
to
he
a
would
global
never
changemaker
let those ties
became a
falter
story
again.
told in classrooms
It's always nice
and
sharing
homes
stories
around the
with you,
world.
and
It
hope
reminded
today's story
everyone that solving the
transforms you
world's
to be better.
problems doesn't
As you
require
go about your
advanced
day,
degrees or
take
vast
time
resources.
to reflect on the
Just
values of the
courage,
story.
creativity,
Thank you
and
for
a
listening
willingness
always
to persevere.
I can't wait to share
And
another
so,
story with you tomorrow.
Kwame's legacy endured, inspiring generations to believe in the power of one person's determination to spark change and the strength of a united community to shape a brighter future for all.